This has got to be one of the stupidest, most senseless decisions that I've ever heard. And I honestly didn't think you could ever get a worse mayor than Lori Lightfoot, but congrats, Chicago, you did it.
Tonight, Chicago aldermen are blasting the mayor's decision to stop using controversial shot spotter technology. The mayor's office announced it will not renew the city's current $49 million shot spotter contract, which ends this Friday. Two recent reports found the gunshot detection technology is ineffective and unfairly targets communities of color.
What's wrong with you people?
Less than an hour ago, a group of aldermen gathered to call on Mayor Brandon Johnson to keep using this system, which they say shortens police response times and saves lives.
The only people against ShotSpotter are the organizers. The community organizers who want to use the money that saves black and brown lives into their own pockets.
When you put politics in front of public safety, we have to draw the line.
The mayor's office says it made the decision based on feedback from the community and law enforcement. The city will continue using ShotSpotter until September, following the Democratic National Convention.
I'll tell you, this ShotSpotter, one of the reasons in which they don't want to renew the contract is because they say that it only resulted in about 9% of findings by the police being able to actually locate an actual shooting. Now, here's the issue that I have with this beyond the Democratic convention and them deciding to do this after the fact, after they're there. You have no other technology that you're proposing to replace it. You have no solutions as to how you're going to keep crime down. I understand that these shootings are at least being alerting the police in the Black and Latino neighborhoods, but a lot of times that's where the shootings are happening. So why would there be any sense of discrimination when this is where the problem areas can be? Now, mind you, in Chicago, things have very much shifted. It's not just areas of the south side of Chicago and the west side of Chicago. It's now all over the city, including in downtown, where there's even been a shooting right by City Hall. So they need help. Police, law enforcement need help. This was about a almost $50 million contract that they had since 2018. But again, if you cannot give us another piece of technology that's going to do this job much more effective, you're leaving lives at risk. So they need to do better at least bringing something to the fold that they think is going to do a much more objective job, because just taking it away is putting lives at risk.
9% is better than nothing at all. That sort of success rate is still better than the vaccine, and you don't see these libs jumping off that Pfizer bandwagon. So if you don't have a better alternative, then you might as well keep that system in place. Clearly it's working for something, but as usual, these Democrat politicians don't care about the safety of Americans. They show you that time and time again, so by now you should probably just go ahead and believe them. They show you their true colors term after term, year after year, and I can almost guarantee you that this is what's going to happen. Chicago's going to take that cool $49 million that it was spending on ShotSpotter technology, and they're going to then allocate those funds to what they deem as more important, what they consider as top tier priority. You know, illegal aliens, housing those people with our tax dollars, women's health care, aka murder via abortion, and probably just to bump up their salaries to an even more absurd number that they already don't deserve. And on top of that, then they got the nerve to twist the narrative into this race game and this hustle and say that this technology targets people of color. Huh? Like, no, it don't. It literally cannot detect someone's melanin content because it uses acoustic sensors to pick up gunshots. Since when is color a sound that we can actually hear? It's not. And just more ridiculous Democrat rhetoric, this liberal logic that adds no value to society, makes no sort of connected brainstem sense whatsoever. These are the same goofballs that blame the guns for violence and not the criminals. So then they can try to bulldoze our Second Amendment rights and just stop it. Let's break down the actual factuals for a second. Now, according to the Chicago Police Department's own data, there were 617 homicides and 2,450 shootings in Chicago throughout 2023. Supposedly, both of those totals were their lowest since 2019. That's still quite a bit, moving in the right direction, but that's still way too many. And even just 1% of those shootings is still around 25 separate incidents that ShotSpotter technology helped to notify law enforcement about. So are those people involved suddenly not important? Shouldn't you want all the safety measures in place that you can get if it means stopping criminals? I'm an analogy person. So to me, this would be like an obese person that's seeing pounds drop off the scale from eating and exercising right and consistently. They're getting positive results from mixing HIIT workouts with weightlifting, but then all of a sudden they just decide to cut one of those out because it's only helping a small percent in their journey to being healthier. It's not the overwhelming, magnificent number that they want to see. Hello, that's crazy. Why would you stop? Go all in until you get where you want to be, and then by then you've developed some good habits that will hopefully keep you there. So when it comes to these shootings, don't take away something that's clearly helping even just a little bit. That's a good thing. Now add on to that and do your job to serve the city that you represent, Mayor Brandon Johnson. But oh no, not this guy, because those Chicago residents, they aren't priority, because all these lefties want to do is be labeled sanctuary cities and stockpile future votes from illegals that aren't even from here, and so they can keep their power. That's what their motive is. And while at the same time, Brandon Johnson was just complaining and whining about how he couldn't handle more people in his city and was asking the government for more aid money. So make it make sense. But hey, this is what you people vote for in Chicago and in New York and all these other Democrat-ran cities. You need to learn from it. You need to do something different. And hopefully next time around you get the chance to cast that ballot. If my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ hasn't returned by then, pray that these people vote different and don't buy into these lefties' lies ever again. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about all this. This is very interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section. Let's keep this conversation rolling. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, ring that notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. If you like what I'm doing over here and you want to show a little extra love and support, make sure you go check out our website down below in the description section. That way you can get all the awesome shirts you see me wearing in every single video. They're all made by my beautiful wife. This one says created with a purpose. It has it on the chest and on the sleeve. It's based on Ephesians 2 verse 10. I like mine a little baggy, so it seems a little extra room to move and groove, but we got all different sizes ranging from itty bitty extra small to big and hefty 5X, a bunch of colors, different designs, all of that. I'm sure you can find something that you like or a great gift for someone that you love. Outside of that, you can always join the Gibson family here on YouTube and become a member. You can buy me a coffee. You can join the Patreon family. All those links are down below as well. By no means do you have to do any of that. Just showing up and allowing my freckle face to rant at you for a few minutes, I am greatly appreciative. I love y'all. I cannot thank you enough. Until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.